My beloved child, just hear me out for 1 minute. Not 10, not a whole hour. Just 1 minute where you stop scrolling, stop replaying the same worries, stop letting the noise crowd out the truth. Because I am speaking to you right now, and I did not bring you here by accident. I saw the way you made it to the end of this year when you weren't sure you would. I saw the nights you stared at the ceiling, the mornings you forced yourself up anyway, the moments you smiled for everyone else while your own heart was tired. I saw the silent battles you never posted about. I saw the prayers you whispered under your breath because you didn't even have the strength to say them out loud. And I need you to know something before you step into 2026. You are not walking into that year alone. You are not walking into that year empty. You are not walking into that year forgotten. You are walking into 2026 with my hand on your life, and that changes everything. Listen closely. The reason it has felt so heavy is because what is coming is so weighty. The reason the pressure has been intense is because the purpose on you is immense. The reason the enemy has tried so hard to wear you down is because he knows you're close. Close to the door, close to the shift, close to the breakthrough you thought would never arrive. Stop blaming yourself for being tired. You've been carrying things you were never meant to carry. You've been holding the whole world on your shoulders, trying to figure out the bills, the deadlines, the family pressure, the relationship strain, the uncertainty, the what if it never gets better thoughts that creep in when the lights go out. But I am telling you now, child, 2026 will be beautiful. Not because life will suddenly become perfect, but because I am going to teach you how to live from peace instead of panic, from faith instead of fear, from clarity instead of confusion, from confidence instead of constant self-doubt. And it starts with this moment right here. This is your sign. This is your confirmation. This is your I told you I'd speak to you moment. If you feel my words landing in your spirit right now, comment 757. Not because a number is magic, but because your obedience is a marker. It's you saying, God, I hear you. It's you saying, I'm still here. It's you saying, I'm ready. Because you are ready. You've been thinking you're behind. You're not behind. You've been thinking you missed your chance. You didn't miss it. You've been thinking other people got the life you prayed for and you got the struggle. But child, you don't see what I've been protecting you from. You don't see the traps you avoided. You don't see the shortcuts that would have cost you your peace. You don't see the doors I kept shut because if you walked through them, you would have lost yourself. Some of those closed doors were not rejection. They were rescue. Some of those delays were not punishment. They were preparation. Some of those setbacks were not the end. They were reroutes. And now you're coming to a line in the sand, a holy boundary, a turning point where you stop living like your past gets to vote on your future. I'm calling you out of survival mode. I'm calling you out of small thinking. I'm calling you out of that cycle where you start believing again, then something happens, and you shut down, and you tell yourself, see, nothing changes. No, that ends here. In 2026, you will not be the same version of you. You're going to look back and barely recognize the person who used to beg for crumbs of validation, who used to accept what broke them, who used to stay quiet when they were dying inside, who used to settle because they were scared of being alone, who used to apologize for having a heart. I am not raising you to be timid. I am raising you to be anchored. I am not building you to be fragile. I am building you to be unshakable. I am not leading you to barely get by. I am leading you into overflow in the places you need it most. And yes, I know the first place you think about is your finances. I see the numbers. I see the balance. I see the stack of responsibilities that keep piling up. I see the way you've tried to stretch what you have. I see the way you've Googled answers late at night, trying to figure out debt consolidation, credit repair, how to raise your credit score, how to stop feeling like your paycheck disappears the moment it arrives. I see the stress around rent, mortgage payments, groceries, gas, insurance, medical bills, and the fear of one unexpected expense tipping everything over. But hear me. Your lack does not limit me. Your bank account does not intimidate me. Your current salary is not your ceiling. I'm opening streams you didn't plan for. I'm aligning opportunities you couldn't have forced. I'm shifting who has access to you, who values you, who recognizes what you carry. I'm bringing strategy to your mind, discipline to your hands, and favor to your decisions. You've prayed for financial freedom, and you thought it would come like lightning. But most of the time, I build it like a foundation. One wise step, one courageous decision, one new habit, one door of favor, one connection, one skill, one yes that changes your trajectory. And in 2026, you will make choices that future you will thank you for. You will stop bleeding money in places that never loved you back. You will stop proving yourself to people who would never clap for you. You will stop feeling guilty for wanting stability. There is nothing holy about constantly struggling. There is nothing righteous about never having enough. I am your provider, and I'm going to teach you to partner with my provision. You're going to learn how to steward what you have while I increase it. You are going to learn how to say no without shaking. You're going to learn how to budget without shame. You're going to learn how to invest your time like it matters. You're going to learn how to protect your peace like it's priceless. You're going to learn that more is not just money. It's margin, it's rest, it's clarity, it's options. And child, I'm giving you options. Somebody is about to call you with information you didn't have. Somebody is about to open a door you didn't knock on. Somebody is about to notice what you've quietly done well. Somebody is about to offer you a role, a contract, a project, a partnership, a promotion, a client, a referral, an idea that actually works. And when it happens, don't talk yourself out of it. Don't say, it's too good to be true. Don't say, why would they pick me? Don't say, I'm not ready. If I open the door, you are ready. You may feel nervous, but you are ready. You may feel unqualified, but I qualify who I call. You may feel like you don't have the connections, but I am the one who connects. In 2026, I am not just giving you a breakthrough. I'm giving you the courage to walk through it. Comment 7 if you're ready to stop shrinking. And listen, child, while we're here, if this message is speaking to you, tap the like button. Not for the algorithm alone, but as a small act of agreement. As a way of saying, I receive this. Because when you agree with my truth, you create space for it to grow in you. Now let me speak to your heart, because your finances are not the only place you've been fighting. I've seen the relationship that drained you. I've seen the person who loved you in words but punished you with distance. I've seen the times you replayed conversations, wondering what you did wrong, wondering why you weren't chosen the way you chose them. I've seen the disappointment that made you quieter. I've seen the betrayal that made you cautious. I've seen the loneliness you never admit, because you're the strong one, the dependable one, the one people lean on. But child, I did not create you to be someone's backup plan. I did not create you to beg for basic respect. I did not create you to keep pouring into a cup with a hole in it. In 2026, I'm healing your discernment. You will feel peace around the right people. You will feel heaviness around the wrong ones. You will stop calling anxiety butterflies. You will stop calling inconsistency mystery. You will stop calling bare minimum love. You will stop confusing attachment with alignment, because I am restoring your standards without hardening your heart. I'm teaching you to love deeply and choose wisely. And yes, I'm restoring relationships that are meant to be restored. Some of you have been praying for reconciliation with family. You've wanted unity. You've wanted the tension to end. You've wanted to stop feeling like you're walking on eggshells. You've wanted to hear, I'm proud of you, from the person who never says it. You've wanted the apology you may never receive. Hear me, child. I can soften hearts you cannot reach. I can heal what you cannot explain. I can rebuild what you thought was too broken. But I'm also going to protect you from cycles that keep repeating. Not every door that reopens is a blessing. Not every person who returns is changed. So in 2026, I'm giving you wisdom, not just hope. I'm giving you boundaries that don't feel like guilt. I am giving you courage to walk away from what keeps wounding you. Because healing is not just about what you survive. Healing is about what you stop returning to. If you're ready for that kind of healing, comment 777 again. Let it be your line in the sand. Let it be your "I'm done bleeding quietly" moment. And I know. Some of you are thinking, God, I've tried. I've tried therapy. I've tried prayer. I've tried journaling. I've tried ignoring it. I've tried staying busy. I've tried being strong. I saw every attempt. I saw every time you got back up. I saw every time you smiled through it. I saw every time you forgave someone who didn't even understand what they did to you. I saw every time you kept going when your body begged you to stop. And I'm not shaming you for how long it has taken. I'm not disappointed in you because you're still healing. I'm proud of you because you didn't quit. But now, in 2026, we're going deeper. Not surface healing. Not "I'm fine" healing. Not "I'll deal with it later" healing. I'm talking about the kind of healing where you stop being triggered by the same old words. The kind of healing where your nervous system finally learns safety again. The kind of healing where you can breathe without bracing for impact. The kind of healing where you can receive love without waiting for the catch. Some of you have been carrying anxiety like it's your personality. Some of you have been carrying depression like it's your identity. Some of you have been carrying trauma like it's your destiny. But I say, no, that is not your destiny. I formed you with purpose. I formed you with light. I formed you with resilience that has held up under pressure that would have crushed most people. And now I am restoring you, piece by piece, from the inside out. You will sleep again. You will laugh again. You will feel joy without immediately fearing it will leave. You will have peace that makes no sense to the people who knew the chaos you lived through. And child, I need you to understand this. Your mental health matters to me. Your heart matters to me. Your body matters to me. The way you breathe matters. The way you think matters. The way you speak to yourself matters. In 2026, you will stop calling yourself names I never gave you. You will stop replaying your worst moments as if they are the whole story. You will stop treating your mistakes like life sentences. Because I am rewriting what you thought was permanent. I'm turning what hurt you into wisdom. I'm turning what broke you into strength. I'm turning what embarrassed you into testimony. And yes, I know some of you are thinking about your physical health too. You've been trying to get answers. You've been in and out of appointments. You've been reading about health insurance options, medical coverage, prescriptions, preventative care, and you've felt overwhelmed. But hear me. I'm not absent from your body. I'm not distant from your pain. I'm not ignoring your symptoms. I'm guiding you toward the right help, the right timing, the right information, the right people. I am teaching you to listen to your body without fear. I am teaching you to care for yourself without guilt. I am teaching you to rest without feeling lazy. Because in 2026, you will not burn out trying to prove you're worthy. You already are. Now let me speak to your purpose, because this is where the enemy has tried to confuse you the most. You've asked, what am I doing with my life? You've wondered if you missed your calling. You've compared your timeline to other people's highlight reels. You've scrolled past someone else's success and felt your stomach drop. You've thought, I should be further. You've thought, I wasted time. You've thought, maybe I'm not special. Listen, you're not late. You're not behind. You're not disqualified. And you are not ordinary to me. In 2026, you will find direction, not because you suddenly become someone else, but because you finally stop drowning out my voice with everyone else's opinions. I've been trying to get your attention in the quiet, But you've been filling every quiet moment with noise. Music, podcasts, social media, texting, scrolling, working, moving, doing. And I'm not saying those things are evil. I'm saying you've been avoiding stillness because stillness forces you to feel what you've been running from. But in that stillness, I'm going to show you what you were made for. I'm going to stir the gifts you buried. I'm going to revive the dreams you called unrealistic. I'm going to reintroduce you to the part of you that used to believe. Some of you are meant to start a business, and you've been scared because you don't know where to begin. You've been watching videos about entrepreneurship, business coaching, online marketing, passive income, real estate investing, and you've felt both inspired and intimidated. But child, you don't need to know everything today. You just need to take the next faithful step. Some of you are meant to go back to school, finish what you started, get that certification, that online degree, that license, that skill that expands your options. And you've been delaying because you're afraid of failing again. But hear me, you are not who you were when you tried before. You have grown, you have learned, you have survived things that built grit into your bones. And in 2026, you will move differently. Not rushed, not desperate, not impulsive, focused, steady, intentional. Because destiny is not a rush. Destiny is alignment, and your destiny is not slipping away. It is locking in. The enemy wants you to think the best is behind you, but I say the best is ahead of you. The enemy wants you to think your story is already written. But I am the author, and I am writing a chapter that will make you breathe deeper. Now listen, child, I need you to be alert as you step into 2026. Not paranoid, not fearful. Alert. Because when people sense you are rising, they will test you. When they sense you're healing, they will try to pull you back into the version of you that tolerated less. When they sense you're becoming confident, they will call you changed like it's an insult. When they sense you're choosing peace, they will try to bait you into chaos. But I am giving you discernment like a shield. I am teaching you to recognize spiritual warfare without letting it steal your joy. Some battles are not about people, child. Some battles are about what the enemy can't afford you to become. Because when you step into your calling, you don't just change your life. You change your family line. You break cycles. You rewrite patterns. You teach the next generation what peace looks like. And the enemy hates that. So he will send distractions dressed as opportunities. He will send counterfeits dressed as love. He will send noise dressed as advice. He will send temptation dressed as relief. But my voice will cut through it all if you stay close. So stay close. Stay prayerful. Stay honest. Stay grounded. You don't need to announce every move. You don't need to explain every boundary. You don't need to convince everyone. Just obey me. Just keep your heart clean. Just take the next step. And child, I'm going to do something you didn't expect. I'm going to restore your confidence. Not loud confidence, not arrogant confidence, quiet confidence. The kind that doesn't need to brag. The kind that doesn't need to compete. The kind that doesn't need to prove. The kind that shows up, does the work, and lets the fruit speak. In 2026, you're going to walk into rooms and you will not shrink. You will not over-explain. You will not apologize for taking up space. You will not sabotage yourself with, "I'm probably not good enough." You will carry yourself like someone who knows I'm with them, because I am. If you've been waiting for a sign to trust yourself again, this is it. If you've been waiting for permission to begin again, this is it. If you've been waiting for the fear to disappear, listen to me. Courage is not the absence of fear. It's choosing faith anyway. Comment 737. If you're choosing faith anyway. Now I want to talk to the part of you that feels embarrassed about the past year. The part of you that thinks you should have done more. The part of you that thinks you should have been stronger. The part of you that looks at what didn't work and feels ashamed. Child, come closer. I'm not here to accuse you. I'm here to lift you. I'm here to remind you that you are still mine. I'm here to remind you that I still have plans for you. I'm here to remind you that 1 year does not define you. One mistake does not cancel you. One detour does not destroy you. Some of you are carrying regret like a backpack full of stones, and you've been dragging it into every new day. But I'm telling you now, lay it down. Lay down the regret. Lay down the guilt. Lay down the self-hatred. Lay down the replaying. Lay down the if only I, because you cannot move forward while staring in the rear-view mirror. And in 2026, you are going forward. Forward into stability. Forward into healing. Forward into freedom. Forward into relationships that feel safe. Forward into work that doesn't crush your spirit. Forward into habits that build you instead of break you. Forward into mornings that don't feel like dread. Forward into nights where your mind can finally rest. This will be a year of beautiful things, but not just external beauty. Inner beauty, the kind no one can take from you. And child, I need you to prepare, because blessing requires room. Some of you have been praying for increase while your life is still full of clutter. Clutter in your schedule, clutter in your mind, clutter in your relationships, clutter in your spending, clutter in your self-talk. So in the beginning of 2026, I am going to help you clear. You will declutter what drains you. You will release what distracts you. You will end what's expired. You will stop holding on to what keeps you stuck. This is not loss. This is alignment. This is not punishment. This is pruning, because I'm not just giving you something new, I'm making you ready for it. Some of you are about to receive an opportunity that demands maturity. Some of you are about to step into a role that requires discipline. Some of you are about to build a life where your choices matter more than your moods. And you can do it, because you're not doing it alone. Now, if you want to keep walking with me through these kinds of messages, subscribe to the channel. Not because you need another video, but because you need reminders. You need fuel. You need faith in your feed. And you need a place where your spirit can breathe when the world gets loud again. Because the world will get loud, but my voice will remain steady, and I will keep calling you back to what's true. Let's talk about the doors I'm opening for you in 2026. One door is the door of clarity. You've been stuck in indecision, going back and forth, overthinking everything, second-guessing your instincts. But I'm sharpening your discernment. You're going to start knowing, not guessing, not hoping, knowing. Another door is the door of provision, not just barely enough, but enough and then some. Not just, I can pay this bill, but I can breathe. Not just I can survive, but I can build. I'm going to teach you how to create stability. I'm going to teach you how to protect it. I'm going to teach you how to grow it. Some of you will see a shift in your career. Some of you will see a shift in your business. Some of you will see a shift in your skills, your certifications, your confidence in negotiating, your ability to say, this is what I'm worth. Some of you will finally get the call back. Some of you will finally get the approval. Some of you will finally get the yes. And when you do, don't forget who carried you when you were crying in private. Another door is the door of restoration. Relationships that are meant to be healed will be healed. Peace that has been missing will return. Joy that felt distant will come closer. And another door, child, is the door of protection. Because I'm not only blessing you, I'm covering you. I'm protecting you from the accident you didn't see coming. I'm protecting you from the deal that looked good but wasn't. I'm protecting you from the person who would have used you. I'm protecting you from the decision you would have made out of desperation. I'm giving you wisdom to read the fine print. I'm giving you patience to wait for the right timing. I'm giving you restraint to not panic spend, panic text, panic commit. You're going to move with peace. And yes, I know some of you have fears about safety, about the future, about what if something happens. I see you thinking about life insurance, health insurance, protecting your family, making sure you're covered. making sure your loved ones are okay if life hits hard. I see you trying to be responsible while you still feel overwhelmed. Hear me. I'm your covering, and I will also give you the wisdom to make practical decisions without living in fear. I will guide you, step by step, one wise choice at a time. No shame, no panic, no rushing. In 2026, you will be steadier, you will be calmer, you will be stronger, not because life never challenges you, but because your foundation is finally firm. Now, I want you to picture something. Picture yourself 6 months into 2026. You're waking up and your chest is not tight. Your mind is not racing. Your phone is not the first thing you reach for. You breathe deep. You feel grounded. You feel clear. You feel like you again. And then you look back at this moment, at this exact message, and you realize this is where it started. This was the seed. This was the turning point. This was the moment you stopped arguing with hope and started agreeing with it. So don't rush past this. Don't treat this like background noise. Let it sink into you. Let it build you. Let it remind you who you are. You are mine. You are chosen. You are carried. You are protected. You are being prepared. And your 2026 will be beautiful. But I'm not done speaking to you, child. Because there's one more area where the enemy has tried to keep you trapped, and it's the area of your identity. The way you see yourself, the way you talk to yourself, the way you assume the worst before anything even happens, the way you expect disappointment because disappointment has been familiar. In 2026, I am breaking that pattern. I'm breaking the always waiting for the other shoe to drop mindset. I'm breaking the I don't deserve good things lie. I'm breaking the nothing ever works out for me curse you've been speaking over yourself without realizing it. Words carry weight, child, and you're going to start speaking life. Even if your voice shakes, even if your feelings lag behind, you will speak life. You will say, I'm getting better. You will say, my future is not my past. You will say, I am capable. You will say, I am learning. You will say, I am disciplined. You will say, I am guided. You will say, I am protected. You will say, I am walking into my destiny. And as you speak, you will notice something. The atmosphere around you will start to change. The way you respond will start to change. The way you choose will start to change. The way you attract will start to change. Because when you finally believe you are worthy of peace, you stop entertaining chaos. When you finally believe you are worthy of love, you stop bargaining for crumbs. When you finally believe you are worthy of success, you stop self-sabotaging at the finish line. And yes, there will still be moments where the enemy tries to whisper, who do you think you are? But you will answer, I am a child of God, and I am becoming who He created me to be. Comment 7 December 7 if you're ready to become. Now listen carefully, because I want to warn you in love. In the first stretch of 2026, some of you will be tested in the area you prayed to grow in. If you prayed for patience, you may face a delay. If you prayed for confidence, you may face a moment where you have to speak up. If you prayed for financial freedom, you may face a decision that tests your discipline. If you prayed for healing, you may face a situation that tries to pull you back into old pain. But child, tests are not proof you're failing. They're proof you're leveling up. You don't pass a test by feeling fearless. You pass it by choosing faith. You pass it by staying anchored. You pass it by remembering what I said to you. So when the moment comes, don't panic, don't spiral, don't assume you're back at the beginning. You're not back at the beginning. You're in training. You're in strengthening. You're in refining. And I will be with you in it. You have survived things you never thought you would survive. You have endured nights you thought would break you. You have made it through storms you thought would drown you. And you are still here. That means I am not finished. That means your story is not over. That means there is still purpose on your life. And in 2026, that purpose will start to show. Not all at once, not in a way that pressures you, but in a way that feels like alignment, in a way that feels like peace, in a way that feels like, this is what I was made for. So stay close, child. Stay soft, stay discerning, stay steady, because I am leading you into a season where you won't have to force what is meant for you. What is meant for you will find you. What is meant for you will fit. What is meant for you will come with peace, even if it comes with responsibility. And you will be able to hold it. You will be able to steward it. You will be able to build from it, because I have been building you. And I want to speak one more promise over you before we go deeper. In 2026, you will not only receive, you will become. You will become wiser with money. You will become calmer in pressure. You will become clearer in love. You will become stronger in boundaries. You will become bolder in purpose. You will become steadier in faith. And then one day, you will look back and realize the greatest gift I gave you wasn't just the breakthrough. It was the new you that emerged on the other side of it. So take a breath. Let your shoulders drop. Unclench your jaw. Stop bracing. You don't have to fight tomorrow today. You don't have to carry next year on your back. You just have to take the next faithful step. And your next step is simple. Believe me, even if you've been disappointed before, believe me. Even if you don't know how, believe me. Even if you're afraid to hope, believe me. Because I am not a man that I should lie. I am not fickle. I am not confused. I am not late. I am precise. I am faithful. And I'm speaking over you now. Your 2026 will be beautiful. But I still need you to hear this part, child. Because there are people watching you who don't even realize they're watching you. There are hearts tied to your obedience. There are doors that open for others when you finally walk through yours. There are cycles that break when you stop repeating them. There are prayers in your family line that are going to be answered through you. That's why the enemy has tried to keep you discouraged. That's why he tried to keep you isolated. That's why he tried to keep you numb. Because if you ever truly saw who you are, you would stop negotiating with fear, and you would rise. So in 2026, rise. Rise and take your place. Rise and do the work. Rise and forgive what you need to forgive so you can be free. Rise and release what you need to release so you can be light. Rise and move with intention. Rise and stop waiting for perfect conditions. Rise and stop asking for a sign when I've been speaking to you all along. This is the sign. This is the moment. And it's not going to feel like fireworks at first. Sometimes it feels like a quiet decision, a quiet enough. A quiet, I'm ready. A quiet, I choose faith. But that quiet decision becomes a loud destiny. So if you're still listening, if you're still here, if your spirit feels awake right now, comment 777 one more time and let it be your agreement that you will not step into 2026 the same way you stepped into 2025. Because this time you're stepping in with wisdom. This time you're stepping in with boundaries. This time you're stepping in with faith. This time you're stepping in with endurance. This time you're stepping in with vision. And now, child, let me speak directly to the thing you've been afraid to admit out loud. You've been scared that you're going to mess it up when things finally get better. You've been scared that you'll get the opportunity and lose it. That you'll finally get close to love and ruin it. That you'll finally start to heal and fall back. That you'll finally see money coming in and make a mistake. That you'll finally get peace and then something will happen. But listen to me. You are not as fragile as you think. You are not as powerless as you've been feeling. You are not as broken as you've been believing. Yes, you've made mistakes. Yes, you've had setbacks. Yes, you've had moments you wish you could redo. But I am not handing you your future and walking away. I am walking with you into it. I will correct you in love. I will nudge you when you drift. I will strengthen you when you're weak. I will remind you of what's true when the lies get loud. So stop fearing your own success. Stop fearing your own blessing. Stop fearing the goodness I am bringing you. Because you are ready to hold it, you are ready to build, you are ready to maintain, you are ready to grow, and you are ready to receive without self-sabotage. In 2026, you will learn how to enjoy what you prayed for. You will learn how to stay present in good moments instead of scanning for danger. You will learn how to laugh again without flinching. You will learn how to rest without guilt. You will learn how to celebrate yourself without needing permission. You will learn how to say, "I'm proud of me," and mean it. And child, when you start living like that, you will realize this beauty I promised you was never just about external things. It was about becoming whole. It was about becoming steady. It was about becoming free. And that is what I am doing in you, right now, word by word, breath by breath, decision by decision, as you step forward into the year ahead. I want you to understand that I am not only changing what happens around you, I'm changing how you see. Because a healed perspective is a protected life. A renewed mind is a guarded door. And in 2026, I am giving you vision that is steady, not frantic. You have been making decisions while exhausted. You have been saying yes while depleted. You have been committing while uncertain. And then you wondered why your soul felt heavy. But child, I'm teaching you a new way. Not the way of pressure, the way of peace. Not the way of rushing, the way of timing. Not the way of proving, the way of trusting. So when something comes to you in 2026 and it feels urgent, and it feels like, decide right now or you'll lose it, pause. Because what is mine doesn't need panic. What is mine doesn't manipulate. What is mine doesn't demand you betray your peace to keep it. I will train you to recognize the difference between a divine door and a desperate distraction. A divine door comes with calm. A desperate distraction comes with confusion. A divine door challenges you, but it doesn't torment you. A desperate distraction flatters you, but it drains you. And you will learn, child. You will learn quickly. Because I am sharpening your discernment. I am strengthening your boundaries. I am making you someone who can hear my whisper, even when the world is shouting. There is a reason you've been drawn to quiet lately. There is a reason you felt tired of shallow conversations. There is a reason you've outgrown certain rooms. It's not because you're arrogant. It's because you're being refined. Gold doesn't get refined in comfort. Diamonds don't get formed in ease. And you, child, have been under pressure, but the pressure is producing clarity. So don't be afraid when you start wanting less. Less drama, less noise, less explaining, less chaos, less empty connections, less spending just to feel something, less scrolling just to escape. That's not you missing out. That's you waking up. And in 2026, waking up will feel like freedom. Because you will stop feeding what is starving your future. You will stop investing energy into things that don't pay you back in peace. You will stop signing contracts with your time that you never meant to sign. Yes, contracts. Because some of you have been bound by invisible agreements. The agreement to be the strong one, the agreement to be the fixer, the agreement to be the one who always answers, the agreement to be available, the agreement to be liked. But I am breaking those agreements, child. Not by force, by truth. Because in 2026, you will finally understand that your time is currency. Your attention is currency. Your focus is currency. And you will stop handing it out to anyone who asks. You will steward it. You will guard it. You will invest it. You will put your attention into what grows you, your health, your craft, your calling, your family, your future, your education, your peace. You're going to start learning with a different hunger. Some of you are going to pick up skills that change your income. Skills in tech, skills in sales, skills in investing, skills in communication, skills in leadership, skills in digital marketing, SEO, content strategy, brand building. And it will feel natural, because I'm turning your curiosity into a pathway. I'm turning your interest into a door. I'm turning your frustration into a solution. You thought you were just looking things up, but I was guiding you. You thought you were just trying to figure it out, but I was positioning you. And some of you, child, are going to be shocked at how much you can learn when your confidence returns. Because confidence makes you consistent, and consistency makes you dangerous to the enemy. A consistent you is a thriving you. A consistent you is a disciplined you. A consistent you is a building you. So in 2026, I am not asking you for perfection. I am asking you for rhythm. A rhythm of prayer. A rhythm of movement. A rhythm of rest. A rhythm of focus. A rhythm of honesty. A rhythm of showing up even when you don't feel like it, because your feelings have been running your schedule, and your schedule has been running your life. But in 2026, your values will lead, your purpose will lead, my voice will lead, and your feelings will follow. That's what maturity looks like. It's not being emotionless, it's being anchored. Now, child, I want to talk to you about something you've been ignoring because you didn't want to face it. You have been carrying resentment. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind, the kind that sits in your chest, the kind that hardens your tone, the kind that makes you shut down when someone gets too close. And you told yourself, I'm fine, I'm over it. But I see the way it still flares up when you're reminded. I see the way you still rehearse what you should have said. I see the way your body still remembers. So listen to me. In 2026, I am not only healing you from what happened, I'm healing you from what it did to your heart. Because what hurt you tried to teach you something. It tried to teach you that you're safer alone. It tried to teach you that you can't trust anyone. It tried to teach you that love always costs pain. It tried to teach you that you should stay guarded forever. But child, I am not healing you so you can become cold. I am healing you so you can become free. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was okay. Forgiveness is refusing to let it keep owning you. Forgiveness is cutting the rope. Forgiveness is stepping out of the prison where the door was never locked. And in 2026, you will let go. Not because they deserve it, because you do. You deserve peace. You deserve lightness. You deserve to stop carrying the weight of what they did. So I am going to help you release it in layers, one layer at a time, one memory at a time, one trigger at a time. And as you release, you will feel space open up inside you. Space for joy, space for trust, space for love, space for new. And child, new is coming. Some of you have been afraid of new because you associate new with risk. But I am telling you, new is not your enemy. New is your next. New is your answer. New is your expansion. New is your proof. So when I bring new people, don't interrogate them with old wounds. When I bring new opportunities, don't sabotage them with old fears. When I bring new habits, don't abandon them because the old you wants what's familiar. Familiar isn't always safe. Familiar is just known. But I am leading you into better, not just known. If you feel that in your spirit, comment 777. Now let me speak to you about the way you have been talking about yourself. Some of you have been joking about your life, but it's not a joke. You've been saying things like, I'm a mess. I always mess up. I can't do anything right. And everyone laughs, but your spirit absorbs it. Your mind believes it. Your body carries it. Stop cursing yourself casually. Stop agreeing with failure. Stop making a home in words that shrink you. In 2026, you will be intentional with your mouth, not because you're trying to manifest, because you're learning to align. You're learning to agree with me. And I don't call you what you've been through. I call you who you are. I call you capable. I call you chosen. I call you steady. I call you wise. I call you disciplined. I call you resilient. I call you prepared. I call you healed in progress. I call you becoming. So let your words match your future, not your frustration. And child, I'm going to say something that might surprise you. You don't need to tell everyone what I'm doing in you. You don't need to broadcast the process. You don't need to seek approval for growth. Some seasons are private on purpose. Because privacy protects the seed, and you are in a seed season right now. A seed doesn't look impressive. A seed looks small. A seed looks buried. A seed looks like nothing is happening. But underground, child, everything is happening. Roots are forming. Strength is building. Structure is developing. And then one day, it breaks the surface, and everyone thinks it happened overnight. But you will know there were nights you cried and still showed up. You will know there were mornings you prayed with trembling hands. You will know there were moments you wanted to quit and didn't. So don't despise the hidden work. The hidden work is what makes the visible fruit sustainable. And in 2026, sustainability is your word. Not quick, not flashy, not fragile. Sustainable, steady, strong. Because I am tired of seeing you build something and lose it to burnout. I am tired of seeing you start and stop because you let shame talk you out of consistency. I'm tired of seeing you overextend yourself, then collapse, then blame yourself. No, child, in 2026, you will pace yourself. You will learn to move with wisdom. You will learn to say, not today. You will learn to take the long way when the shortcut costs you your peace. You will learn to protect your sleep like it's sacred, because it is. Rest is not laziness. Rest is trust. And you are learning trust. Now let me get practical with you, because some of you have been praying, but you haven't been planning. And prayer and planning are not enemies. Prayer is the foundation. Planning is the structure. So in 2026, I'm going to help you with both. I'm going to nudge you toward systems. Simple systems. A calendar you actually use. A budget you can stick to. A routine that supports your nervous system. A morning that doesn't start with chaos. An evening that doesn't end in doom, scrolling. You will begin to respect your own life enough to organize it. Not obsessively, lovingly. Because organization is not about control. It's about care. And when you start caring for your life like it matters, you stop treating yourself like you're disposable. Some of you are going to make one decision that changes your finances for the rest of your life. One decision like refinancing high-interest credit card debt. One decision like starting a high-yield savings account. One decision like finally understanding your credit report. One decision like student loan refinancing that lowers the pressure on your month. One decision like building an emergency fund, even if it starts small. One decision like learning how compound interest works. One decision like getting serious about your investment portfolio, your retirement account, your 401k, your IRA. And I will guide you, child. I will guide you away from scams. I will guide you away from get rich quick. I will guide you away from people who prey on your desperation. I will guide you toward wisdom, toward counsel, toward strategy, toward patience, toward real growth. Because I'm not just giving you money, I'm giving you mastery, and mastery is what keeps what you receive. Now, for some of you, the weight isn't just money. It's legal pressure, it's paperwork, it's stress you don't talk about, a dispute, a situation, a messy ending. And you've been overwhelmed, searching for answers, looking at terms you never thought you'd need, like family attorney, personal injury lawyer, car accident attorney, legal advice. Child, hear me. I'm not intimidated by legal matters. I can bring resolution. I can bring favor. I can bring the right help. I can bring the right timing. I can bring peace even while things are being worked out. So don't spiral. Don't assume the worst. Do what is wise, step by step, and let me carry what you can't. Because in 2026, you will not be destroyed by what you feared. You will be delivered through it, and you will come out cleaner, smarter, stronger. Now, I want to talk to the part of you that still feels invisible. You've been doing the right thing. You've been showing up. You've been trying. and it feels like no one notices. It feels like you're overlooked. It feels like you're always the one behind the scenes. But child, I notice, and I'm about to elevate what has been hidden, not for your ego, for your assignment, because you have influence you don't even recognize yet. You have a voice that carries weight. You have a presence that shifts atmospheres, and in 2026 you will stop dimming that light to make other people comfortable. You will stop shrinking your dreams to avoid making someone else insecure. You will stop editing your joy to avoid being judged. You will be humble, yes, but you will not be small, because I did not create you to play tiny with the life I gave you. And some of you, child, are going to find your voice through creation. You're going to start writing again, designing again, speaking again, teaching again, coaching again, creating content again, building a brand again, starting the channel, launching the idea, offering the service. Maybe it's a digital marketing agency. Maybe it's a small business. Maybe it's a consulting offer. Maybe it's something in cloud computing, cybersecurity, software, a trade, real estate, e-commerce. Whatever it is, you're going to feel that spark return. And you'll think, why now? Because the season is shifting. Because you're ready. Because I'm restoring your boldness. Because I'm giving you a fresh wind. So when that spark comes, don't smother it. Don't say, it's too late. Don't say, someone else is already doing it. Don't say, I'm not qualified. Just take the next step. A small step, a real step. Send the email, make the call, build the outline, write the first page, record the first video, update the resume, apply for the job, enroll in the program. Yes, even that online MBA you've been considering. Yes, even that certification. Yes, even that training. Because in 2026, your obedience will look like movement. Not dramatic movement, daily movement. And daily movement creates momentum, and momentum creates confidence, and confidence creates consistency, and consistency creates results. Now, child, I need you to hear me on this. You have been asking me for a sign, but I have been asking you for surrender. Surrender is not giving up. Surrender is letting go of control. Surrender is trusting that I can see what you cannot see. Surrender is releasing the need to understand every detail before you obey. And in 2026, you will surrender in a new way. You will surrender your timeline. You will surrender your need to have everything figured out. You will surrender your obsession with other people's opinions. You will surrender the fear of being misunderstood, because sometimes you will be misunderstood when you are obeying me. And that's okay. Because approval is not the same as alignment. So don't chase applause, chase obedience. Don't chase validation, chase peace. Don't chase attention, chase purpose. And child, I'm going to reward you, not always with instant results. Sometimes with inner stability, sometimes with favor, sometimes with protection you won't even notice, sometimes with closed doors that save you, sometimes with a quiet no that keeps you from regret, sometimes with a sudden yes that changes your whole year. So pay attention in 2026. Pay attention to what feels light. Pay attention to what drains you. Pay attention to repeated patterns. Pay attention to the people who always bring confusion. Pay attention to the opportunities that require you to compromise. Pay attention to the moments your spirit tightens. That's not random, that's discernment. And you will get better at it. You will stop doubting your instincts. You will stop second-guessing what you already know. You will stop ignoring red flags because you want the story to end differently. Because in 2026, you will choose reality over fantasy. You will choose truth over attachment. You will choose peace over chemistry. And that will save you. Now, I want to speak to the dreamers listening. The ones who have a vision that doesn't make sense to anyone else. The ones who feel a pull towards something bigger. the ones who have been secretly researching, learning, preparing, watching videos late at night. Child, I see you, and I put that dream in you on purpose. It is not random, it is not foolish, it is not too big, it is not too late, but it will require you to stop treating your gift like a hobby. It will require discipline. It will require consistency. It will require you to protect your time. It will require you to stop saying yes to things that steal your best hours. And yes, it may require you to change who you're around, because not everyone can handle the version of you that takes your calling seriously. Some people loved you when you were available. Some people loved you when you were convenient. Some people loved you when you were the same. But when you change, they will push back. And that's not your problem. Your job is not to stay the same to keep someone comfortable. Your job is to become who I called you to be. If you're still with me, tap like on this video. Let it be your agreement that you will not waste 2026. Let it be your marker that you are choosing discipline, not distraction. Now, child, I want to take you even deeper, because the beauty of 2026 isn't only in what you receive. It's in the kind of person you become when you stop living in fear. Fear has been your reflex. Fear has been your default. Fear has been the background noise in your thoughts. But in 2026, you will learn to interrupt fear. You will learn to pause and ask, is this fear or is this wisdom? Because wisdom is calm. Fear is loud. Wisdom makes you steady. Fear makes you reactive. So when you feel the surge, pause, breathe, pray, ask me, and then act from peace. Because I'm going to teach you something powerful. Peace is not passive. Peace is a weapon. Peace is what keeps you from making a decision you'll regret. Peace is what keeps you from sending the text that opens the old door again. Peace is what keeps you from impulse spending. Peace is what keeps you from quitting on a hard day. Peace is what keeps you from chasing what isn't yours. And when you learn to guard peace, you learn to guard destiny. Now listen, child, there will be moments in 2026 where you feel tempted to go back. Back to old habits. Back to old comfort. Back to old versions of you. Not because you want them, because they're familiar. But I will be there in that moment, and I will whisper, keep going. Don't turn around. Don't trade your future for relief. Don't trade your calling for comfort. Because comfort can be a trap, and you're not trapped anymore. You're free, so you will keep going, even if it's one step, even if it's messy, even if it's slow, because slow obedience still counts. Quiet obedience still counts. Imperfect obedience still counts. And that's how you'll win 2026. Not with a perfect year, with a faithful year, with a steady year, with a disciplined year, with a year where you keep choosing me. And child, that kind of year becomes beautiful in a way you can't even describe yet. In a way that heals your nervous system, in a way that rebuilds your confidence, in a way that restores your laughter, in a way that makes you look in the mirror and finally see someone you respect. Because in 2026, you are not just surviving, you are building, you are becoming, you are rising, and I am with you, guiding you into decisions that compound, into habits that multiply, into friendships that strengthen, into opportunities that expand, into peace that settles so deeply in you that when life tries to shake you, you don't fall apart. You simply pause, breathe, and remember that I already told you. That I already told you your 2026 will be beautiful. But I need you to understand something else, child. Beauty isn't only what you can photograph. Beauty is what you can breathe. Beauty is waking up without dread. Beauty is driving in silence and not needing to numb yourself. Beauty is a calm mind in a loud world. Beauty is finally trusting yourself again. And I am going to give you that kind of beauty. There will be days in 2026 where nothing big happens, and yet something holy happens inside you. A shift you can't explain. A softness returning. a courage rising, a sense of direction settling in. You will start to notice how you react to things that used to control you. A message that used to ruin your day won't ruin it anymore. A comment that used to trigger you won't hook you anymore. A delay that used to make you spiral won't send you into panic anymore, because your peace will no longer be fragile. It will be rooted. And child, roots don't look impressive until the wind comes. But when the wind comes, you will stand. Now let me speak to you about the wind, because it will come. Not as punishment, as proof. There will be moments in 2026 when life tests what you say you believe. You will get opportunities that reveal your readiness. You will get pressure that reveals your character. You will get choices that reveal your priorities. And I'm not saying this to scare you. I'm saying this to strengthen you. Because you have been afraid of pressure, but pressure is not always the enemy. Sometimes pressure is the reveal. It reveals what needs healing. It reveals what needs structure. It reveals what needs surrender. And I will be there in the reveal. I will not shame you for what you discover. I will guide you through it. Some of you are going to face a moment where you could repeat an old pattern, and it will feel familiar, and it will feel tempting, and it will feel like relief. But I will give you a pause, a holy pause, a moment where you hear me say, "Not this time," and that moment will change you. Because victory is not always loud. Sometimes victory is a quiet no. Sometimes victory is closing the app. Sometimes victory is staying silent instead of reacting. Sometimes victory is eating something that nourishes you instead of punishing your body. Sometimes victory is going to bed instead of chasing a feeling. Sometimes victory is saving money when you want to spend it. Sometimes victory is not going back to what made you cry. And in 2026, you will collect quiet victories until they become a new life. Now, child, there is a specific kind of blessing I'm bringing you, and it's not the kind you can buy. I am bringing you alignment. Alignment is when your choices match your prayers. Alignment is when your habits support your future. Alignment is when your environment stops fighting your growth. Alignment is when you stop living two lives, one for people and one for me. And yes, alignment will require you to make adjustments. You may need to change how you start your mornings. You may need to change what you consume mentally. You may need to change who you talk to when you're weak. You may need to change where you spend your weekends. You may need to change how you handle money. You may need to change how you handle your emotions, but these changes won't feel like punishment. They'll feel like relief. Because deep down, child, you've been craving structure, not strictness. Structure. Life that supports you. A life that doesn't sabotage you. A life that doesn't keep you drowning in last-minute chaos. So in 2026, I will help you build a life that holds you. You'll start choosing what is simple. You'll start choosing what is sustainable. You'll start choosing what brings peace. And you'll be surprised how quickly things shift when you stop making decisions from desperation. Desperation is expensive. It costs you time. It costs you money. It costs you relationships. It costs you your nervous system. So I'm teaching you patience because patience protects you. Patience keeps you from signing the wrong contract. Patience keeps you from taking the wrong job just because it pays today, but drains you tomorrow. Patience keeps you from jumping into a relationship because you're lonely. Patience keeps you from taking a personal loan with terms that trap you. Patience keeps you from making financial decisions that look good on the surface, but carry hidden fees and high interest. And child, I am not against money. I am not against success. I am not against you having nice things. I am against anything that owns you. So in 2026, I am going to teach you how to have money without money having you. How to build wealth without losing peace. How to increase your income without losing your soul. How to pursue excellence without worshiping achievement. Some of you will receive ideas that feel like downloads. An idea for a business, an idea for a service, an idea for a product, an idea for content, an idea for a career pivot, an idea for a course you can create, an idea that makes you say, "Why didn't I think of this sooner?" And you will be tempted to dismiss it because it feels too simple. But I often move through simple. So write it down. Respect what I'm giving you. Don't let it float away. In 2026, you will be someone who captures vision quickly. Because vision unattended becomes frustration, but vision stewarded becomes destiny. And while you're building, I will keep you protected. I will protect you from draining partnerships. I will protect you from clients who try to squeeze you. I will protect you from the deal that looks profitable but costs your peace. I will protect you from the opportunity that requires you to betray your values. And I will also protect you practically, because some of you have been anxious about safety and security. You've been thinking about coverage, about protection, about what happens if something goes wrong. You've been searching things like car insurance quotes, home insurance, business insurance, liability insurance, health coverage, life insurance rates, and you felt overwhelmed trying to choose what's best. Child, I will give you wisdom to make wise decisions without fear. I will give you patience to read what needs reading. I will give you clarity to ask the right questions. And I will give you peace, because even as you plan, you are still held. Now, I need you to hear me on this part, because it's going to save you in 2026. Stop trying to heal in the same place that hurt you. Stop trying to become disciplined while staying surrounded by distraction. Stop trying to be confident while staying around people who belittle you. Stop trying to build wealth while staying addicted to impulse. Stop trying to grow while refusing to be inconvenienced. Growth will inconvenience you. Healing will inconvenience you. Freedom will inconvenience you. But it will not harm you. It will heal you. And the inconvenience is temporary. The fruit is lasting. So when you feel the pull to go back, remember this. What you left behind was not your home. It was your cage. Now, child, I want to address something that has been quietly draining you. Comparison. You've been watching other people's lives like it's proof you're failing. You've been measuring your behind the scenes against someone's highlight reel. You've been letting someone else's pace make you feel late. But in 2026, I'm breaking the grip of comparison, because comparison is a thief. It steals gratitude, it steals focus, it steals joy, it steals momentum, and it makes you blind to your own progress. So I'm teaching you to stay in your lane. Not in a small way, in a powerful way. When you stay in your lane, you stop crashing. When you stay in your lane, you stop bleeding energy. When you stay in your lane, you stop making decisions to impress people who don't even support you. And child, the moment you stop performing, you start producing. You will produce peace. You will produce consistency. You will produce results. You will produce fruit that lasts. Now let me tell you something about your gift. Your gift is not just for you. And that's why it's been heavy sometimes. Because you have been carrying something that will bless others. Your story will liberate someone. Your endurance will inspire someone. Your discipline will teach someone. Your recovery will give hope to someone. Your "I didn't quit" will pull someone back from the edge. So don't hide what I'm healing. Don't be ashamed of the process, because one day you'll speak from a place that used to be your wound. And you'll speak with authority, not because you read it somewhere, because you lived it, because I walked you through it. Now, in 2026, some of you are going to experience a shift in your environment. A move, a new space, a new city, a new office, a new team, a new routine. And it will feel scary at first, because new environments expose new versions of you. But you will not run. You will not retreat. You will not self-sabotage. You will show up. You will learn. You will adapt. You will grow. And in that new space, you will realize you are prepared. You are prepared by every hard day. You are prepared by every no. You are prepared by every closed door. You are prepared by every delay that taught you patience. You were prepared by every tear that taught you endurance. Nothing was wasted, even the parts you regret, especially the parts you regret, because I can redeem what you thought disqualified you. Now, child, there is a new kind of confidence I'm giving you, and it's going to change how you move. You will stop needing constant reassurance. You will stop needing everyone to understand. You will stop needing to defend yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You will stop over-explaining because you will know who you are. And when you know who you are, you don't chase what isn't for you. You don't beg for what doesn't fit you. You don't fight to stay where you're not valued. You simply bless and release. And that will be one of your greatest forms of strength in 2026. Release. Releasing people without bitterness. Releasing old dreams that were never yours. Releasing the version of you that survived by shrinking. Releasing the need to be perfect. Releasing the need to control the timeline. Because control has been exhausting you, and I'm replacing control with trust. Not blind trust. Anchored trust. Trust that I am guiding you. Trust that I am covering you. Trust that I can open doors no one can shut. Trust that I can shut doors no one can force open. And trust that when something ends, it's not always loss. Sometimes it's a clean break. Sometimes it's protection. Sometimes it's me cutting a cord so you can breathe again. Now listen, child. I'm also giving you a new relationship with time. You've been living like you're always running out of it. Always behind. Always late. Always catching up. But in 2026, you will stop living in a hurry. Not because your schedule gets empty, because your mind gets calmer, because you will learn to prioritize. You will learn to say, that's not for me. You will learn to stop volunteering for things that drain you. You will learn to stop picking up responsibilities that belong to other adults. You will learn to stop being the emotional trash can for everyone's chaos. And you will start to feel time open up. Like oxygen, like space, like room to think, room to plan, room to create, room to rest, room to hear me. And in that space, you will make smarter decisions. You will make decisions that compound. You will make decisions that build. Decisions like investing in education that actually helps you, like a practical online degree, a certification that upgrades your earning power, a program that gives you a real skill, not just motivation. Decisions like negotiating your salary instead of quietly accepting less. Decisions like updating your resume and LinkedIn with confidence. Decisions like applying for roles you used to think were out of reach. Decisions like learning high-income skills without letting intimidation stop you. And child, I will bless those decisions because I bless movement that is aligned. I bless diligence. I bless wisdom. I bless courage. Now, some of you are going to receive something in 2026 that feels like restoration for your inner child. It might be a simple moment, a safe friendship, a genuine compliment, a peaceful home, a calm conversation, a day where you laugh so hard you forget to be guarded, a moment where you're held without fear and it will hit you like, oh, so this is what it's like to be safe. Yes, child, this is what it's like. And you deserve it. So don't push it away. Don't question it. Don't analyze it until it disappears. Receive. Let goodness land. Let joy stay. Let peace settle. You don't have to earn it by suffering more. And now, child, I want to speak to the ones who are carrying grief. Grief over what ended. Grief over what you lost. Grief over what you never got to have. Grief over the version of life you expected. Grief over the time you can't get back. I see you. And I'm not rushing your grief. I'm not asking you to pretend. I'm not asking you to be strong in a way that denies your pain. I'm asking you to bring it to me. Because in 2026, I'm going to meet you in that grief and turn it into wisdom. Not by erasing it, by redeeming it, by using it to deepen your compassion, by using it to refine your priorities, by using it to reveal what truly matters. And as you heal, you will stop fearing emotions. You will stop fearing tears. You will stop fearing your own heart, because your heart is not your enemy. It's your instrument, and when it's tuned, it plays beautifully. So let me tune it. Let me soften what became hard. Let me strengthen what became weak. Let me restore what became numb. Because numbness has protected you, but it has also kept you from joy. And in 2026, joy is coming back. Not the fragile kind, the steady kind. The kind that can exist even when life is imperfect. The kind that makes you resilient. The kind that makes you magnetic. The kind that makes people say, there's something different about you. And you'll know it's me. You'll know it's healing. You'll know it's the fruit of every choice you made to keep going. So keep going, child. Keep choosing the next right thing. Keep building quietly. Keep learning. Keep praying. Keep moving with wisdom, because the year ahead is not going to be a repeat of the year behind. It will be new, and you will be new too. And when you feel the old fear trying to rise, when you feel doubt trying to pull you under, when you feel that familiar voice saying, "What if it doesn't work?" I want you to answer it with this truth. Comment 777. If you're still choosing faith, and then lift your head, take your next step, and remember that the same God who carried you through the hardest parts is now guiding you into decisions that will bless you, protect you, and position you. And the next thing I'm going to teach you in 2026 is how to recognize when it's time to stop waiting and start moving. Because there will be a moment when I nudge you, and it won't feel like thunder. It will feel like a quiet certainty, and in that moment, you'll realize that you're not waiting for permission anymore. You're moving with purpose. Child, I want you to take a deep breath right now and let this settle in your spirit. You are not at the mercy of what happened to you. You are not trapped in the patterns you grew up with. You are not condemned to repeat the same cycles, the same mistakes, the same heartbreak, the same scarcity, the same anxiety. Those chapters were real, but they are not your ending. Because I am doing something new in you, and it won't always look loud at first. Sometimes it looks like you getting up and making your bed when you don't feel like it. Sometimes it looks like you saying no and not explaining. Sometimes it looks like you closing the tab, putting the phone down and choosing rest. Sometimes it looks like you sending the application, making the call, having the hard conversation, starting the plan, and refusing to quit. Sometimes it looks like you taking one small step and trusting me with the rest. But those small steps are not small to me. They are seeds, and in 2026, those seeds will grow. You will look back and realize it wasn't one giant miracle that changed your life. It was 1,000 moments of obedience that built a miracle around you. It was you choosing peace when chaos tried to pull you in. It was you choosing discipline when distraction tried to steal your future. It was you choosing faith when fear tried to keep you stuck. So hear me clearly as we close this message. I'm going ahead of you. I'm making crooked paths straight. I'm removing what you couldn't remove on your own. I am aligning you with the right people, the right opportunities, the right timing. I am teaching you how to trust again, how to build again, how to love wisely, how to stand firmly, how to rest without guilt, how to receive without sabotage. And when the enemy tries to whisper, "It's not going to happen for you," you will answer, "God already spoke." When he tries to whisper, "You're too far gone," you will answer, "God is a redeemer." When he tries to whisper, "You're alone," you will answer, "God is with me." Because you are not walking into 2026 empty-handed. You are walking in with wisdom, with strength, with clarity, with discernment, with a new heart, and with my favor on your life. Now, if you felt God speaking to you today, comment 777 right now. Let it be your agreement. Let it be your declaration that you are stepping into 2026 with faith, not fear. And if this message blessed you, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next word that's meant to strengthen you. And before you go, I want you to do one more thing. Close your eyes for a moment and picture yourself at the end of 2026. You're calmer, you're stronger, you're wiser. You're not begging for peace anymore, you're living in it. You're not chasing what hurts you anymore, you're choosing what heals you. You're not surviving anymore, you're building. And you're smiling, not because everything was easy, but because you finally became who you were always meant to be. That is the beauty I promised you. So take this message with you. Hold your head up, move forward, stay close to me, and step into 2026 with courage, because I am with you, and your year will be beautiful.